Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, 29th of May, 2024. It's 9 a.m., which means it's time for the Mindful Moment. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I'm the Senior Minister here at Unity of Tucson. Unity of Tucson is an inclusive and loving spiritual center right here in Tucson, Arizona, and our purpose here is to teach the principles of New Thought, a spiritual philosophy. And through those principles of New Thought, the encouragement is for those who choose to engage in finding personal purpose, developing a spiritual path, and mastering spiritual understanding. So that's what we are here to engage in. And the Mindful Moment is an opportunity I take every single weekday at 9 o'clock, first thing in the morning, to engage my own spiritual practice. And I do it in this public way for a couple reasons. Number one, doing it publicly helps me be accountable to my own spiritual practice. The other thing is I do it every weekday because what I have found is that a consistency in my spiritual practice has enhanced the quality of my life. And so this is part of my own desire to continue to enhance the quality of my life. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment and let me know that you are here. I always love to see those comments come through. So please do not hesitate to post a comment, reach out and say hello. There is something, of course, that I remind you of every single time I see you. And here's that reminder, just to go ahead and allow yourself to take this in. What I know about you is this: you are love. You are light. You are life. You are magnificent. Breathe that in. Breathe it in. Yeah, I recognize your magnificence. And I encourage you to live from the point of view of recognizing your own magnificence. Because it is the truth of who you are. I talked a lot about that yesterday, right? It is simply the truth of who you are. You don't have to do anything to be magnificent. You just are. How awesome is that? Well, part of that magnificence is rooted in the understanding that we are the infinite power and presence of divine energy flowing forth into expression. Essentially, that is a big way of saying we are God, each and every one of us, are facets of God. We're not the wholeness of God, but we have access to the wholeness of God, and we are facets of the magnificence. The wholeness of us is God, right? And so I'm doing this thing today, and it made me think about this nature of my relationship as the divine. Because, you know, I often say we need to let go of this language of separation. And when I say I have a relationship to the divine, it's saying I have a relationship to something outside the self. Well, I'm going to modify that just a little bit. Yes, I know who I am, but I can have a relationship as the divine and to the divine because I have a relationship to all of creation around me, right? I am one with the infinite wholeness, and I am the tree, and I am the sky, and I also have a perception that those things are somehow separate from me, and so I can have a relationship to the tree as well as knowing that I am fundamentally the energy of the tree. See how that works? I know it's a little bit of a paradox, but here's why I'm thinking of it in those terms today. I am doing a process in my office with my computer. My computer got a little sluggish. I decided I've got way too many things that are operating probably behind the scenes that I've downloaded here and there, and it's just not operating and it's not functioning at the high level that I would like it to function. And sometimes I feel like that my consciousness is the same way. And if I were to imagine myself as the computer, my consciousness is the operating system. Now, what I love about that idea too is that the operating system has access through this thing called Wi-Fi now. I mean, this wasn't always the way, but now we've got this access to this thing called Wi-Fi that is the access to all the information that it could possibly require or desire. We have the same thing working within each and every one of us. So the computer can be seen as a separate idea, but it has access to the wholeness. And the reason this becomes important to me today is because if my consciousness is sluggish, like my hard drive has gotten sluggish, I have the capacity to do the work to let go of that which makes it sluggish and leave only that which allows it to operate most efficiently. How do I do that? Well, for me, that's the practice of prayer. That's the practice of meditation. And I would say even in this metaphor, it's really more the practice of meditation. When I go into the meditative state, what I'm doing is I'm allowing that which no longer needs to be part of my conscious awareness to drift away, to let it go, to not allow it to have any, to not allow it to create any effect in my life anymore. I remove it from cause so that I can reinstall a new operating system that leads to effect. So that's the practice. For me, meditation is like resetting my hard drive. That's like resetting my hard drive. I love that idea. I love to sit in meditation and allow myself to reset my hard drive all the time. So what I'm going to invite us all to do is to reset our hard drives right here and now. So this practice today, while it will be rooted in the construct of how we practice prayer in the New Thought teaching in Unity, there's probably going to be a little bit more of an opportunity to sit in silence, allow the silence, and allow a reset. And see how that works for you with that idea that meditation is resetting your hard drive. I'm going to invite us all to relax right where we are, to simply open up to the allowance, to the awareness of the divine. I am open in this moment to a greater realization of the one wholeness. I hear it in the song of the cicadas. I feel it as the breeze against my skin. I feel it as the warmth of the sun on my body. And I know that I am a facet of this infinite wholeness, and the energy from which all of it flows forth is one source energy. It's one source energy. For there is only this one energy, this one presence, this one power, this one principle. There is only God. There is nothing else. So this is who and what I am. We are, each and every one of us, this presence, this power, this energy, flowing forth into expression. And irrespective of anything that we have imprinted upon our consciousness that becomes the program of our lives, I know that we are, each and every one of us, empowered in this moment to let go of that which is no longer serving, to release the applications that do not serve a purpose any longer. And so I allow myself to quietly, silently enter into the consciousness of reset in this moment. I begin to take note in this moment of the quiet space between the thoughts. I begin to expand my awareness to the realization of the interconnectedness of all creation. I let go of anything that is not necessary to the proper operation of my life. I let it dissipate into the nothingness, for it has no place in my conscious operating system. I expand the awareness of the space between the thoughts and let the space between the thoughts continue to expand. I trust and know wholeheartedly that I am empowered in the rewrite of this operating system. And so I notice the good. I choose to allow the input of kindness to be reflected in the output of kindness. I choose to allow the input of generosity to be expressed through the output of generosity. I choose to allow an awareness of the input of love to be reflected in the output of love. And so I know that I am in the infinite circulation of wholeness. I am resolved that all is well. And I activate this operating system through the acknowledgement of gratitude and appreciation in this moment. I am faithful in my resolve that this is so, and I simply allow it by relaxing, letting any sense or perception of a bloated nothingness give way to the divine circuits. And I trust and know that what flows forth from the divine circuits, as the divine circuits, is the most expansive, expressive, glorious, magnificent life possible. And so this is the installation of my new operating system. And it is with gratitude and appreciation that I simply relax, let go, trust, and know this to be. I let it be so and affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen. And so I leave you with that today. Would you like a little more? Would you like another opportunity to do a little more work on upgrading your operating system, letting go of that which no longer serves you and welcoming that which may? Well, tonight here at Unity of Tucson at 6 p.m. is an opportunity to do just that. The prayer chaplains join together tonight in a healing circle experience. If you would like to join us, your only role is to come and be present for the experience, knowing that whatever you choose to walk into the room with, that you can let it go, you can leave it, and you are healed in the experience. So we'd love to see you. That's at 6 p.m. here. Show up a couple minutes before so we get everybody gathered together. And yeah, that's it. Check out everything else that's happening at Unity of Tucson by going to unitytucson.com. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for the Mindful Moment at 9 a.m. Peace and blessings, everyone.